Hey, welcome to Paint and Breathe number 27, maybe? I can't remember now. I wrote it down earlier when I put up the post, but I don't remember now. Hi, Tina. Thanks for coming and watching me. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jamie. I'm a mandala artist and teacher. I have a YouTube playlist called Tutorials that goes through all the basics for learning dot mandalas, a bunch of start to finish projects there. I teach on Patreon and do live workshops and exclusive lives over there every week and every month. And I go live on YouTube as often as I can, not tutorial based, but to hang out with you guys and, of course, answer any questions that you might have. And to just work on whatever projects we've got going on at the time. Hi, Cara. How are ya? Good to see you. So we are almost done wrapping the bliss design all the way around the vase, which means that this upcoming week we're going to be able to get started into doing what we're going to do is we're going to take this design, cut it in half. The top half we're going to flip it so we've got the triangle coming down this way and this half coming up this way, and we're going to wrap that all the way around this. And then we are that much closer, yay, to being able to take this piece of paper out and get rid of those guidelines so we can see what's going on. Now, the good thing is once we get to these halves, we're going to be able to continue fairly quickly because we'll be able to do like half at a time. And we'll go from there. So it's going to start moving a little bit faster. I have to let this sit to dry every time I put paint on it, just because if I turn it, then the paint's going to slide down the surface. All right, let me come back to the comments and catch up. Lorna, Nicole, hi guys, how's it going? You're doing good, Carl? Wonderful to hear. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. And again, thank you so much for making the transition with me over here on YouTube. I'm going to keep you guys posted as I go. I'm working towards monetizing my YouTube channel. So I have the required number of subscribers, and I'm working now towards the public watch hours. So, in my ultimate, I would go live and paint, and that would pay my bills, and it would come from YouTube or some big company that has tons of money instead of me having to get you guys to pay for lives and stuff and all of that. So that's what I'm hoping to do. I checked my stats last night. I check them every single night, and I'm supposed to get 3,000 public watch hours. So every time, if 10 of you watch this live and it's a 2-hour live, that counts as 20 hours towards my public watch hours. And I am super excited to say that we cracked 1,000. Cracked 1,000 after the update last night. So last night's update is current up to and as of April 28th. So it's about a week behind. So that's very, very exciting. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm so excited. That means that in the last week, we've done a lot of lives here. So that's going to start to add to that really quickly. And I'm very excited. So I'll keep you guys posted as that goes. And please just know how much I appreciate you coming and hanging out here with me. It's really, really, really exciting. Hey, Gabrielle, how you doing? You're good, Lorna? That's good. I'm doing good, thank you. Oh, you got started on your Vortex one. Very exciting. So today we started a new workshop in Patreon, you guys, and I will give you a quick sneak peek of where we're going with it. We do a lot of really fun, different designs. So this is where we got to so far today. So we're continuing with session 2 tomorrow. I'm not going to show it for too long because it's a Patreon thing, but yeah, it's fun. It's going to be a fun one. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, guys. Deanna, thank you. Thanks, Gabrielle. Thanks, Tina. I have a TV on all night in my room. I keep your videos playing. I love watching them all through the night. Nicole, thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for, I love you. Thank you. Yay, it's exciting. I'm very, very excited. I'm hoping that it opens lots and lots of doors for different things we can do. And I love you guys for it. Yeah, we're going to be staying here for a while. I'm still going to be doing my Friday night TikTok lives. We'll throw in an Instagram live every once in a while too, but most of it's going to be here. So to get monetized, you just need us to watch the lives, or does it help to watch the videos? The public videos are great as well. If it's the ones through Patreon that are the Patreon exclusive ones, they are not public videos. They are only available to Patreon. But any of these public lives, like the paint and breathes, any shorts that you see or anything like that, if you watch the replay of the lives, that's there too. If you do any of my tutorials in the tutorials playlist, that counts as well. It's really any public video that you find on my channel will help to monetize. So yeah, you need a minimum of 1,000 subscribers for the first level of monetization. There's a bunch of levels, and you open up different things that you can get paid for as your channel grows and grows and grows. So it's 1,000 subscribers to start, and then plus the 3,000 public watch hours. You guys are awesome. I love you too, Lorna. So yeah, I've done some reading up on what that's going to be. I don't know what that looks like. And it's something I want to actually start sharing with you guys too, is, hey, like, hang out with me and follow this journey on growing a YouTube channel and see what it actually does for pay, right? It would be really nice to share that with you guys, because I know there's a lot of other artists here that are running their own businesses that maybe that information might be helpful too. So we'll see how it goes. Hi, Barb. So yeah, it's very exciting. So we've got a bunch of different projects that we're going to work on tonight. We are going to start with the vase. We're going to do this section of swoops on this side. Then we're going to have to leave it to let it dry so the paint doesn't slide down. And then we have the tissue box cover to do, and we've got the canvas to work on. So can you please repeat how I know the difference between Patreon and YouTube ones? Because they all come up on YouTube for you. So that's a really good question, Nicole. Thank you for asking that one. So they're all going to show up on YouTube because they're all hosted on YouTube. So the difference is whether they're a public YouTube live or a Patreon live. So the workshops, any of them that are labeled like the Patreon all member lives or the inspiration deck, those are all Patreon exclusives. These ones that are called Paint and Breathe, that's the quickest way to know that a live is... Hang on a second. Sorry, you guys. I just heard my mom yell. 1 second. Did you call me? Okay. Oh, not for now. Because you'll just hurry to come and see you. That's why I had to leave. That's so funny. Sorry guys, Mom is watching the live from her room. Hi Mom, everybody say hi to Mom. I don't know if she can see the comments or not in there, but that's so cool. So yeah, the Paint and Breathes are the public ones. The tutorial playlist are the public ones. And yeah, the workshops, the inspiration deck, and the Patreon all members lives are the unlisted ones. I can hear. I think she's saying hi back. There's a bit of a delay when she's watching. So by the time I got into her room, she's like, I'm watching you. You're live. Everyone's saying, hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. You're welcome, Nicole. Everyone's saying, hi, Mom, and hi, Jamie's mom. Yeah, that's so fun. Next, you guys, is going to be getting her out into the living room here so that she will be even more a part of the lives. Gabrielle says hi, Mom, too. Hi, Jamie's mom. All right, let's start painting then, shall we? Okay. So, Nicole's painting tonight. Anybody else doing any painting tonight? Cara, how's your sweater coming? And your birdhouse? And Mom, since you're watching from the other room, I'll let you know that I usually read the comments out loud. So even if you can't see the comments, so this is for anybody watching on the replay too. If you can't see the comments, I'll be reading them out loud most of the time. Yeah, that'll be so nice, right? I'm going to work on it, Gabrielle. I'm going to sit her down. Say, get out here. Get in this chair. Everybody wants to say hi. We're working on it for sure. I think it would be so fun, though. She's talking to me and I can't hear her. Mom, if I can't hear you real time. The learning curve. Cara, restarted my sweater again, and I'm trying to create the knit stitches, and my birdhouse is jealous of my knitting. And all your new fun stuff is jealous of that, too. I'm sure it's still calling to you. And Tina says hi, Mom, too. So cool. Mom's life has forever been changed since being introduced to YouTube. There we go. All right, so this one now has to sit wet side facing the ceiling until it dries enough so that I can tip it up on its end and or turn it and do other parts of it. But for now, this needs to stay here so that the paint doesn't slide down. Barb said, "Good thing you like knitting, Cara. It took me 5 tries to finish a baby onesie sweater. I made 6 already. Sometimes it just doesn't work." Yeah, not a Zoom call, exactly. All right, I'm just gonna go move this stuff back out to the other room, and I will grab the tissue box cover. You okay, Mom? No, I know. There was a delay, so you hear it after I do it. I couldn't hear you talking. Like, she's talking to me like she's answering. Okay. All right. Mom's moved on. She's watching something else now. She's like, I don't like it watching in here. I'd rather be out there, so we'll wait till I can come out there sometime. Get her to read the comments to me. That'd be nice, eh? I'll do that next time. If I can, when we get her out here to hang out in her chair with me. Grace, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. How's it going? Cara said, Barb, knitting is so fun. Sometimes it takes a bunch of tries to accomplish what we want. Yep, exactly. Nicole asked, Cara, what is the birdhouse? My mom cut out wooden birdhouses, and whenever someone visits, they paint a birdhouse. She has so many of them placed all over the property. That's so cool. That is so cool, Nicole. I love that. So I am bouncing between a few different projects tonight, Grace. So the first one, the purple one, was a vase. And I'm using Bliss Drops paints. And then this one is a tissue box cover So the bottom panel slides out. It's kind of stuck in there right now. And I'm a wuss. I'm afraid to pull on it too hard. There we go. So that slides out. You stick your tissue box under there, cover it up, and we are painting this design on it. So I've got 2 sides done. I don't know yet what I'm going to do around the outside edges. So for now, what I figured I would do is finish all of the sides. But now that I'm looking at it, I think that we should start figuring out what to do on the outer edges. Because now that I know what's going to happen here, the only reason to do this right now is to put it on its end, but I've got plenty of test space. So I think it's time to start thinking of ideas of what to do. And I think we're gonna use some more gold, and then we're gonna mix in some brown in there somehow. I'm not quite sure how yet though. And thank you. I'm glad you like it. I love the color combo. It makes me really happy. All good as long as you're enjoying it. Exactly. That goes for anything. Nicole, that's cool that your mom makes birdhouse. I ordered birdhouse kit from Amazon and she's painting it too. Yeah, she needs to talk in all caps. Hello. Yeah, we'd love to see it, Cara, when it's done. Hi, Kim. How are ya? All right, I'm gonna take a quick drink, and then I'm gonna use the excuse that I need to take a drink so that I can sit and think about this for a second, to think about what we're gonna do. What I'd like to do is create some kind of gold curly Q stuff down and under here that would almost wrap around both sides, even though the sides are different. We'll see. Oh, good, you'll be posting it once it's finished. That's wonderful. Do you have a patio or balcony, Cara Barbast? Thanks, guys. I think I'll be selling it at some point. Here's where I'm not 100% sure, Lorna, because I've never felt like this about a color combination before, and when it's done, I'm not 100% convinced that I am going to have the strength to part with this one. However, I bought 5 more of these, and they still sell them. If anybody's in Canada, I bought these tissue box covers at Dollarama. They were either $4 or $5 each. Well worth it. Well worth it. So if I don't sell this one, then I will be making more for sure. So it's all going to be a matter of whether I have the strength to sell this one or not when it's done. You're doing good, Kim? I'm good, thank you. Miss Audrey's doing good. Mom's doing good too. Mom's just chilling, hanging out, watching some TV in the other room, and Miss Audrey is in her carrier in the living room. I tried to coax her to come in here and up on the table with us, but it was a no-go. For anybody new here, Miss Audrey is my cat. And sometimes I'm able to put her bed up on my table that I'm painting on, and she comes and hangs out with us. But yeah, she's not having any of it today. Exactly. I very, very likely will paint some more and keep this one for myself. And see, I'll use the excuse because, this is one of the things that I mentioned that I wish that I'd done differently. I wish that this part had been flipped down so that it was on this side and on this side. Instead of the full triangle being here, I wish that I had flipped them around so it looked like this was wrapping around the side a bit more. So that'll probably be my excuse of why I was going to take it for myself because, I'm testing it. I'm just testing it. And then once I perfect the design, then I can sell them. I don't know what's going on with her. She's just being antisocial today. But she has been having some snoozes. I moved her medication again. So we were For a while, we were at around like the 8:30 mark. And I'd give her her meds as soon as I got up in the morning. But for a bunch of reasons, scheduling and things that needed to get done, I ended up moving it to around 11:30. And we move it all the time, so it's not a big deal. But she does sleep more during the day, the later it is. Or she sleeps later into the day, the later her medication is. So she's, I think, a little sleepy. Cara put them outside for rent with a for rent sign. There you go. That's awesome. Oh, did you, Lorna? Well, we'll talk then, okay? We'll talk. We'll talk when it's done. We'll talk when it's done for sure, Lorna. How's Emily doing, Kim? Yeah, squirrels love birdhouses too. Exactly. Use a lot of tissue. I hear ya. We will talk for sure. Yeah, so I think she's fine. I think it's just thrown her a little bit. And I've been doing a lot of running around lately. Like, I feel like I've been out of the house a lot, and I think that's another part of it. That's okay, Lauren. I knew what you meant. Our thumbs and autocorrect betraying us. All right, so I think what I'd like to do is figure out a way to bring this up and around on the top up here. There. That's kind of cool, eh? Bring that up and down and around that way. And then we could do like some swoops. That could work. That could be kind of neat for a corner. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Spoiled. as she should be. They all need to be spoiled. Rotten. All right, so we are gonna go in with the, do I do gold or do I do brown? I think I do gold. Let's do gold. All right, and Gabrielle will be right back. I have some parchment paper taped down on my table because when I'm putting this face down on the bottom, I don't want the paint to stick. So the parchment paper will keep that from happening. Now let's see if I need to unclog a paint bottle lid. And I do not. Yay. All right, so this is going to be the trick. I don't have my glasses on. Okay, hold on. Hold, please. I'll be right back. Where did I put them? Yeah, I get it. All right, I got my glasses. Now let's see how the hell this is gonna work. I do, but I'm gonna leave it empty because then it's one less place that has any paint on it. I think we'll leave it for that, and we'll use this for testing. And once we perfect it here, then we can do our last end. All right. I'm going to bring you here. Yeah, because it gives me one more end that I can actually still put a lot of pressure on and let it stand. So we'll give it a shot. I have no idea how this is going to go. I think we're going to, okay. I do know how this is going to go. All right, and it's going to be fine. We're going to start this way. We're going to start right here. Let me zoom in for you a bit. Just got to clean off the end of my pointy tool. And then we're going to go all right, this is going to take a bit of time, but I've got an idea. All right, so now I'm going to go, come on. Now I'm going to grab my brown. Oh, good. I'm going to go in with the gold again. Then we're going to go in with the brown here. And the gold. Oops. Patty, how you doing? Oh, I'm so glad you like it. Shh, Tina, we don't need to talk about procrastinating. What are you doing to me, man? Oh, and thank you for sharing so that Patty can be here. Lovely. Okay, this didn't work out quite the way I wanted it to, so I'm gonna wipe this off, but we're getting significantly closer. I know what I want to do now. Yeah. Very possible, Patty. Very possible. All right, let me cover that, and we will do it on the other side, but I think what I'm going to do now. Dee, 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 dee. All right. Come back to that side. So now I'm going to try and draw it on this side. So we are going to kind of hit. You know what I need to get is I need to get some transfer paper, because when one like this works out well, I need to make it happen again. Sorry, this is way too close up. I should be back further. I'm sorry. Bear with me. It will fix that. That's a little bit better. Sorry, guys. Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Tina. Yes, it's mine. Stay away from it. Would not be the first time that statement has been made on my lives, I'm pretty proud to say. Kim said that about the box in so many words. Donna said that about the bus. What about the teal box? Whoever got the teal box got that, said that too. It's mine, don't touch it. All right, let's try again. I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever do you mean? Here they go. Here they come. The TPC is on the job. Right, Kim? Every time we come on and I was painting the box, Kim would go, "Oh, look, it's my box." "Oh, you're painting my box." And Donna would say that, "Oh, look, you're making good progress on my bus." I'm going to do something different. It's calling your name. I love that. Add a little bit more here. And Tina was like that with the mug and the incense holder. All right, there's that one. Steffi's here. Patty said, Lorna, sorry for the late reply. Hubby was talking to me, but I'm happy for you. It's so gorgeous. And it's so pretty. Smart TV while you read you some good lines. Very nice. I'm so glad you love it. That's okay, Patty. No worries. Good to have you here, and I hope you feel better. You just told your husband lovely. All right. So now we need to start here. This one's going to be a bit weirder. Sorry, I'll be back to the comments in a couple of minutes, you guys. I'm a little more focused than I anticipated needing to be. I'm just trying to figure out where to hold this. Sorry. Oops. Hang on, I gotta put a little bit more here. Oops. It looks kind of neat so far, eh? I'm gonna leave that to dry for a little bit there. Oh, it would be a completely different world for sure, Kara. Absolutely. Absolutely would have been so different. Here, let's turn this way. I really like the big chunky swoops. Okay, so there's that for now. Actually, now we'll go up here. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, shit. I just screwed it up. Shit. Okay. It's okay. It's fine. We're going to take this off. I'm going to take this part that ran together off. And we're going to let it all dry. And then I'm going to do what I want to do on it. Everything is fine. Okay. All right. Now we are going to paint over with black and we will keep going. And I'm going to come back to the comments now that I'm not holding my breath anymore. Let me scroll back. Getting low on sage, are you, Tina? Barb, can I quit chasing down chickens yet, Steffi? Tomorrow, go full on crazy. Hopefully the last time. All right. Chicken tomorrow, it is. Coming in hot after the nuggets then. It worked yesterday. She said it worked yesterday. We did a good job for yesterday. All right. We'll let that dry. We'll come back to that. I've got some ideas of actually some other stuff I could add in there. So we'll see. Let me catch up here. Yeah, technology really changes over time, doesn't it? Any leaves will do. All right. Yeah, how do we learn hobbies then? If we didn't learn it in a class or day camp or a friend taught us. Some cilantro. Hell yeah, burn the cilantro. I'm so glad you like it, Lorna. Yeah, I wonder if it smells like soap too. Oh, that's awesome, Lorna. That's so cool getting your ears pierced. Yesterday they smoked Winnipeg 5-2, so we did good. I was mad at the swoops because, and sorry, I should have explained them. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't want them to look like little S's crossing here, and I didn't like the way that when the gold ran together and it made this look a little less delicate. So I like what we've got so far, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something down here. I might do some dots to come down here, or I've got a couple other ideas of stuff that I could do in there instead. But yeah, they all bled together. So that was the biggest part. That was the biggest impact. It'll make a lovely memory. I think that's wonderful, Lorna. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little batch of teeny tiny swoops right here. 1, 2, 3, And then that one, like so. And we'll do that over here too. Yeah, they had run together and they looked, yeah, they just didn't look delicate anymore. These ones, while they're chunky, they still look delicate. You know what I mean? All right, so there is that. Jess, how you doing? Thank you so much. Yes to dots. It'll look cool, right? I think so too. And then I think we'll do dots across here. I'm thinking gold. And we'll actually do a big brown one here. And then what about, why don't we do gold? And do 2 rows of the gold dots across the bottom like that. What do you think? Oh, shoot. I almost screwed that up. I screwed it up a little bit, but not irreparably. Okay. Oh, geez. Now we just have to hope that none of these dots run together. I need to remove that dot. Because that was way too big. It was going to cause paint to run together for sure. So I'll touch that up. We'll go to the other end and we'll start working our way back around, and then by then maybe it'll be dry and be able to do something with it. Okie dokie. Let that dry. Don't think I can talk and paint at the same time. It's definitely not easy. If I was doing stuff online. You're holding your breath with me, Jess. Thank you. I feel better. I feel better knowing I'm not alone. Because I am holding my breath for sure. And I've got this piece of tape that is starting to come up, so I'm going to just put down another piece of tape to hopefully hold it down. Because I was afraid it was sticking to the underside of my thing. Okay, so we need to do these now. So I got to do this one. There. And then we'll go around. And I'm just going to put some more gold here. I think I just made it worse. Oops. Oh, that was almost really bad. We're okay. Okay, we're all right. Oh, that was almost bad. Okay. There were a couple that I thought were very, very, very close. Yeah. And you only do it a certain amount of times, and then you start leaving extra and extra and extra and extra space, right? This is where the lack of symmetry is going to show. There might be different amounts of dots on each end. And I don't think it really matters, though. Okay. So now let's do here. If you're ever worried that your dots are going to run together, do every other space and then come back to it after. Right? You can always go back in later. All right, so let's zoom out. Oh, she looks so fancy. All right, so now let's go on this side. Now on this side, I feel like what? All right, here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a really, really large brown dot, right like that. Now, we are gonna start right up by the edge, right here, and right here. Well, hi, Audrey. Don't run into the big one. Audrey. Hi, babe. Right, so if I'm worried that those dots are going to run together, I can do just these ones and and then wait for them to dry, and then come back in and do the in-between ones, right? Don't have to do them all at the same time. There we go. So we could let that dry, and then it could come back to that and add the other dots once they're dry. And there's not going to be the chance that they're going to run together. You still might do too much and they still could end up forming a blob, but it's less likely that they're going to gravitate towards each other, right? Osmosis means that the things flow from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. So that's why your paint spreads out a little bit, because there's a low concentration of paint, so it moves from the high concentration to the low concentration. And that's what can happen when the paint gets too close to each other as well. They can both be flowing to the area of less concentration, and then they both get there, and then they just merge, right? And they fill in that empty spot. That's what self-leveling kind of is. Okay, all right, let me scroll back. Yes, gotta be one with the bliss drops. Zen. Snoot tissues will have right? They're going to be the fanciest tissues in all the land. You had your face down and just looked up. Yay! Isn't that fun when that happens, Nicole? Yep, she came in for a snack, and she's gone again already. All right, so I'm going to leave this here for a second. I'm going to let this dry for a quick second. I'm going to go grab myself another quick drink, and then I will be right back. I just need to get a can of pop, and I'll be right back. Trying to figure out why I was so thirsty, and because I've drank so much tonight. It's because I really haven't drank much of anything at all day. So that makes sense. Oh, I think it looks so pretty. Oh, I really like it. Yep, this is good. Okay. Well, I learned about concentration. Just thought they were fat drops. There you go. Yay, science! Who knew that my chemistry lessons that I always flunked out of, I actually did learn something from them. All right, let's see if we get a nice sunset tonight. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll get lucky. It's not going to be too long till the sun's going to be up until almost 9 o'clock. Crazy. Okay. I'm scared to move this because let me show you. See that little tiny line between the brown and the gold dot? I remember saying that there's a fine line between bravery and stupidity. And I think that this is the real life example of there's a fine line between bravery and stupidity. Like, I feel like if I breathe too hard next to these two dots, they're just going to merge, right? And that's going to piss me off something fierce if it happens. So I'm terrified to even move this. So I hope it's okay if we just sit and chat for a couple of minutes because I'm really nervous. Which, you know what that means? You know what that means that I need to do? I need to move the gold dot out of here. Just for now. I just sounded like Andrew Bird on TikTok. Do you guys know Andrew Bird? He'd come on your screen and he would say, "It's time for us to just take a couple of minutes and have a breath together. I want you to relax your jaw, relax your belly, remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Close your eyes, just for now." All right, I'm going to leave that. Once it dries, I'll touch it up, and then we'll continue on with it. This, I feel like I can pick it up and I can move it to the other side of the table so we can continue painting. Everybody all right with that? I know, it was so close. So close. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to go and grab the canvas that we will do a little bit of work on. And maybe we'll be lucky and we'll be able to go back to the tissue box. If not, we'll do some work on this canvas and we will maybe work on the neon teapot. Haven't done any work on that in the last couple of days. All right, so for this one, we need chuckwalla and tumbleweed, which is the brown. So let me find, where's my bottle of chuckwalla? Are you chuckwalla? Yes, you are. Apparently, I need to order more chuckwalla. Chuckwalla is the gold color, and tumbleweed is the brown. Oh no, Lorna. Don't forget that. All right. So the next row that I need to do is in chuckwalla. So this is another one that's kind of slow going because this is alternating rows of tumbleweed and chuckwalla going all the way out to the corner. The texture is incredible, by the way. And then we'll decide if there's anything that needs to happen with the rest of these. But we've got some more rows of these dots to do. So we will zoom in and work on these. They're getting slightly larger as you go out. The larger your circle, the slower you will have to increase your tool size as you do rows of dots like this. Okay, it's not linear, unfortunately. All right, let's see what we can do here. I'm using my phone up by my forehead, so I apologize. I can't see the screen on my phone for like at all right now. You want to talk shit about me? Now's the time. I won't see it until I scroll back. But it's working nicely as a sun visor, so that's nice. That was a bubble. Bubble down. We have a bubble down. Now, let's see if I can move. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. We will touch that up after because it was running into the dot from the row before. Touch that up once that dries. Here we go. All right. This one's like a world of bliss. Oh, I like that. Maybe that should be the name because it's a modification of the bliss design. So maybe that should stay in the name somewhere, eh? A world of bliss. I like that, Jess. Doo-doo-doo. Everyone doing all right? It's going to be fine, Lorna. I promise you. I promise. This would have been cool too to do as a spiral. But I think what probably would have been better is doing 2 rows of each color, because it's really hard to see the color difference unless you're at just the right angle. Like there you can see it quite nice, right? But maybe it'll show up more as we get more done. Maybe. I do feel like if I'd done 2 rows, though, it might stand out a little bit better. Next time. And we could do it like a globe picture, right? We could have a blue background and then have all the bliss designs be green with some top dots and walking dots of other colors of blue and brown and white. All right, so I need to get my little paintbrush. We're gonna do the touch up on the spot over here that's a little bit drier, hopefully. It is slow going because I am so nervous about having dots run together. So that's going to be it for this one. And then I will stick it aside and we will grab the neon teapot. The Neon Bliss teapot. Excuse me. All right, there we go. Yeah, gotta let that dry. I don't trust myself to not have those dots get too close. So we'll let that, I'm just gonna let that dry for a quick second and then we'll come in and take a look. But it's getting there. Thank you for the bless yous. Tracy's here. That's very sweet, Lorna. You've nothing to apologize for. Happy Saturday, Tracy. How's it going? We started the disappearing circles today, Tracy. I think you'll be very pleased. Thank you, Tracy. All right, let's do one more dot here. All right, so now this one is gonna sit off to the side. We'll let it dry, and then I will come back to it after. Okie dokie, artichokes. And then we'll get out the Neon Bliss and we'll work on the teapot. So I'm gonna go grab it and I will be right back. All right, here is the Neon Bliss teapot. And we'll get out the paints and add the next section on. There's no rush, lovely. It's gonna be there forever, so whenever you're ready for it, but I think it'll help. How do you guys that were at the workshop this afternoon feel? Do you feel like it was an easier set of guidelines than you anticipated it being? Oh, you know what we need to do before I do this? I need to consolidate some bottles of Bambi. So what I'm gonna do, this bottle's almost full. Yeah, you found that? Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Yeah, the rows of dots feel fantastic. They really do. They've got incredible texture. All right, I am going to just pop the lids off of these bottles. It's going to take me a sec. I'm doing it off camera. I don't know if I'm doing it off camera enough, but because I'm using a knife to open up the bottles. You know what? Maybe I don't need to take the lids off of... I'll just transfer the paint from one to another with the tops on. Let's see if that'll work. Much easier than most Symmetry Series guidelines too. Good. Yay! And thank you, Tracy, for the inspiration for that one and for the starting point and the question. We came up with a bunch of different ideas, and the cool thing is too is that everyone, lots of different sizes and shapes of surfaces are being used, which is cool. Nicole's doing a rectangle. Oh, that's right. Steffi actually switched to a square. Whoops. So it'll be neat to see all the different stuff, right? That people are going to do. And get all kinds of ideas. All right, I'm going to clean out, hang on. I need to clean out one of these lids. So yeah, I've got 3 bottles of Bambi here that are almost empty. So I figure if I can put them all into one bottle, maybe that would help a little bit. I've had them sitting upside down for like 3 days to try and get ready for this. Whoops. And since I needed to take them out of their holders to make room for the Neon Bliss, might as well do this first. I need to do this with a lot of different colors because I've been really bad for that. For my Mirage and my Tombstone too. Really bad for that. All right. Now, the problem is I betcha that the reason I started using all these different bottles is because I let the lids clog. Yeah, it's fun. You must be doing something wrong because yours isn't looking right. Do you want to post a picture of your guidelines, Nicole, on Patreon? I can take a look for you. Yeah, they're pretty, right? Yep, you picked a good one, Tracy. Sparked everybody's curiosity. Oops. Hang that one upside down. We might be getting down to the end of it. All right, I'll let these sit again for a couple of days and see if we can't get some more out of these bottles, but I'll put them aside for now. There's definitely still lots more in here. I'll definitely go live when I have to consolidate all my bliss paints because I'll be so bored. I'll need to definitely have some company. Instead of clearing them, yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah, I gotta learn my lesson from that, don't I, Tina? Since looking at that box, oh, that's nice. I know, exactly, right? I don't want to waste any of it. I want to make sure I get every last drop out of here if I can. Come on. There we go. Oh, TPC. Happy Saturday. Ooh, the sky's already starting to turn some really pretty colors tonight, too. All right, I think that's going to be all we get for tonight. Let's try this one more time. Yep, still lots in there. All right, so we'll let these ones sit. I'll put them over here. Why do you not want to go on? There we go. I'll move you guys over there. I will grab you. This is the fuller one. So we'll keep those two over there. And now we will grab our pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. It is. We want to make sure that that's not stuck at the bottom. Yeah, TPC's on fire today. They've been busy all day. It's nice weather. How's the weather in the peg? There's our sunset tonight so far. It's so neat seeing the reflection on the bottoms of the clouds up here. That's my favorite part, when it looks like the clouds are lit from the bottom. It's a lot pinker in person. Like over here to the left, there's actually very little orange when I look at it with my eye. I see pinks and mauves and up into the blues all the way up that way. And there's a lot more pink here too. Like everywhere where you see the orange on the clouds, it's actually like a soft cotton candy pink. So pretty. All right, let's go back down here. I'm gonna move this, and then I'm gonna bring this, and then I will catch up on the comments. Let me see, what did I miss? Heard some of them are getting laid off. Some of who? I don't even remember what I said, Tracy. I'm so sorry. Nice in the peg, 23. Holy crap. 29. That's lovely. It is pretty, eh, Tracy? All right, so we now need to figure out our next spots here. So that means I need my tape measure. Not that one, I need this tape measure. All right, so oh, just I'm assuming some of that, that's probably a safe bet. Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of layoffs. It's really scary. Really scary. Really, really scary. A lot of stuff is going to have to change real fast. And I think it's going to. But yeah, it's scary. It's going to be interesting. What is that in Fahrenheit, though? So if I'm going from center to center here, it's basically 8. So if I'm going center to center here, so we're going to stretch that a little bit. Put that to there. I got to mark my centers, and then I can get my stencil. So you are going to be here. And then halfway between 8 and there is 4. All right. I bought a new chalk pen. You can barely see it on the white. Thankfully, I can see it in front of me, but I apologize, you won't be able to see it. In Fahrenheit, it's hot. You had a nap for half an hour? That's good. Naps are good for the soul. Hang on a second, I just gotta look at this. Ready for an 8-hour nap? That would be nice too. I'm ready for that. Okay, we should be good to do the next section now. Yeah, it is. It's really scary to think of. It's, I know Mom's really concerned about, you know, pensions and stuff, right? If for any reason GM gets impacted in Canada, but I don't think that that's going to happen. I think it's going to get impacted. I think that people are going to lose some jobs. There's going to be some layoffs. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if there is some intention to get some of those auto workers either working for other manufacturers and bringing other manufacturing into Canada, or potentially getting them into the manufacturing of the homes when those are done too. I don't know. All of it's scary. Velvet, how you doing? So my stencils and my other tools. So I get a lot of stuff from Happy Dotting Company. They are located in Australia. They have been around forever. These flexible molds are worth their weight in gold, in my opinion, because you can wrap them around anything. These things are great. The dotting tools that look like the pencils that are different sizes on the ends. I buy these ones from Happy Dotting Company as well. Our friend Tara of Deserted Bliss, she sells great nail dotting stylus tools. These holographic ones. She sells ones with the silicone brushes on the end. She has a couple different sets of tools as well. And she has great tools, great swoop tools as well. Yeah, that's where I get the majority of them. My pointy tool that I use to shape paint into the swoops, I got that at Dollar Tree. It was in a pack of 2. There was 2 different tools. There was this one. It was called a puncture tool and a scoring tool in the scrapbooking section of Dollar Tree. And it was definitely worth it, for sure. But the stencils are from Happy Dotting Company. I use these things every freaking day. I love them. Love them. I have 2 sizes. And I use these before I use most other things now. I always start off with these and go to something else if I absolutely have to. I hope that helps. Oh, we're getting some better color again here. Ready for another peek? Look at the purple. I need to learn how to take proper photographs of sunsets, like how to change the exposure and everything to get realistic colors. One of these days I'll learn, and I'll start posting it on my story every day. Today's sunset. All right, now I need to turn this way and get my glasses on so I can see what the hell I'm supposed to be doing here. And I have a smear of Bambi paint right across my glasses. Hold on. All right, there we go. Now I can see my dots. They still exist. I take off my glasses, they don't exist. This lid, that paint is clogged, aren't you? No, you're not. There we go. Are there any other tools that you've seen me use, Velvet, that I can answer that question for you? Michael's Craft Store, Amazon are also other options for getting dotting tools depending on budget and where you are and all of that good stuff. I'm in Canada and I will order stuff from all over the world if I have to get the tools that'll work well. All right, so now we go here and here. Ah! All right. Purple now. Yes, Temu too is another good one. Gabrielle, Barb, you don't want to order from Temu now unless you want to pay a ton. We're in Canada though. But that is a good point to make. If you are in the US, you want to make sure you know what fees you're going to have to pay. That's okay. That is okay. I forget you guys aren't all Canadian half the time when I'm talking. I think that that's normal. Yeah, we won't see the difference, Barb. Yes, I will need the green again. All right, let's start. Let's see. You guys should become a province. Yeah, things will just be higher price. Yeah, you could. Just become 50 little countries. There you go. So upsetting. All right, so now I need to move that arm back up. I'm still staying in touch with Jennifer, the one who made the mug stand, and trying to eventually, hopefully, get help her get instructions out to everybody on how to make their own mug stand if they wanted to. I know, it does. It's heartbreaking. It's scary. It's really, really scary and so heartbreaking. And feeling helpless, right? Yep, we're rooting for you. We're cheering you on. That's for sure, and hoping for the best. Oops. And that's the thing, you get a lot of people who can just look at it and know what to do, right? And that's so nice when that happens. Yeah, the instructions will be for those of us not so not quite so handy. But definitely, if you have somebody around that is handy, show them what you need for whatever kind of stands you need. You never know what they're going to come up with. Show them what other people are using. See if they can help you manufacture something like that yourself too, right? All right, so there is that. Now, I think we can grab the tissue box again and do a little more work on that, because this now has to sit wet side facing the ceiling so that the paint doesn't slide down the side of the teapot. So I'm going to put the lids on. And then we will grab dun, 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 the tissue box again. And this I can just slide out of the way. Ooh. All right, one last one for the road. Our sky's on fire again. Last night it was on fire big time, eh? All right, let's grab this. I'll move this over there. Well, that's looking better. So pretty, eh? Yeah, exactly. Like me, not handy. It's a fun teapot, eh? I'm excited to get it completely done and then turn the black light on and see it all glowy. There we go. Okie dokie. So let us come back over to this side and we'll see if we can't get this side to match this side up at the top for as long as I can without sticking my hand in the paint. That is the clincher. All right. So we need Bambi and we need Tumbleweed. Okie dokie. Let's see. I need to redraw that. There we go. Okay. All right, I think we got it. Thanks, Cara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, one more in the gold. I don't think I'm gonna risk doing the second half of all of these. I think I'm gonna just stick with these dots for now because I am really, really afraid that I'm gonna stick my hand in paint there. So let's do these guys. I'm gonna actually start up here and work my way backwards. You son of a... Why did you move? Why? Okay. All right, where's my brush? I've had the same nasty, dirty paint water sitting out on my table now for almost a week. I gotta get it gone. And I need to go through my brushes and clean them all. I've been saying that almost as long as I've been saying that I need to go through all of my paint pots and clean them all. So don't worry, neither will happen for a while yet. Okay. Yeah. I put pressure on it and it slid. Stupid parchment paper. See, it's still not my fault. It's this parchment paper's fault. I know I did that little flub there. I'll get it. That looks all right, eh? So far? Who's snacking? What you got? What you eating? Some pasta, some cheesy pasta. That sounds good. That sounds very good. Oops. Why did I go every other dot like I didn't the other ones? Oh well. Here to keep you guessing. We're all going to keep our fingers crossed that these dots don't run together. That one's going to run together for sure if I put a dot in there. So I'm not going to do that one. We'll see if we have survived the rest of them or not. I think that's all right, though. I think she's going to look very, very fancy. Barb doesn't eat donuts. Why, Barb? Not your thing? It makes total sense. Natural aversion to donuts. All right, let's go over here. There we go. I can't get the smell out of your nose. Always there, eh? Pasta and meat sauce, very nice. Lauren's having some chips. When Tracy asked that. Peanuts. Oh. All right, so all right, you guys, we've officially run out of stuff to do. I think the next step will be to get the second row of gold dots across the top. I do think what we'll do is we'll go over here. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get my armrest to see if this helps me not put my hand in paint. And then we'll start here. Let's do some walking dots. How's that look? Does that finish it off nicely? What do we think? All right, I'm gonna grab I'm gonna open up my Bambi Bliss Drops and we'll do a little bit more, maybe filling that up with the other ones that have been sitting upside down. Let's see. You and the dog do the same. Juice walks by. I worked at an egg packaging plant for a couple years. He couldn't have eggs in the house. Oh, God, yeah. All right, nothing else coming out of you yet, so I'll keep you upside down over here. There's a little bit more in here. Just saw a video of a bunch of horses was walking in the middle of a busy street. No way. That's so cool. I'm so glad that you like it, Lorna. Yeah, happy with the dots were a good call, Tina? Cool. Get it, worked in concession for years. No hot dogs of any kind. I bet. Have to drive through line 30 cows in the road often. Oh, no way. That's cool. All right, let's see if I can get any more out of this one. And if not, maybe I'll just grab my Bliss for a minute and we'll pick a couple. And I'll grab some Mirage and we'll fill up some bottles. Let me see. Here is, for anybody who hasn't seen, this is the clock done in the same color combo. I just need to get new arms for it so that we can see the arms, because right now the arms that I have are black and they're not going to show up. Is Patty heading out for the night? Good night, Patty. Love ya. Sending you big hugs. Hope you feel better. Move that over there. Let me grab my paints here. I'll put my lid back on my Bambi. My lid back on the tumbleweed, and we'll do a little inventory here. Let's see, how many half-empty bottles of Mirage do I have? Too many. Too many. Way too many. All right, I need to set up an assembly line here so that I can get some of these emptied. That one needs to go upside down. That one needs to go upside down. Yes, that one can go upside down. Let's see what we can do here. Time to consolidate. Do you like living out in the country, Nicole? always liked the peace and quiet. Lauren, are you heading to bed as well? I worked at a fish place, couldn't get the smell out of your clothes. Ugh, yuck. Yeah, that would be tough. That would be rough. Thank you, Nicole. Lots of love to you, Lorna. No such thing as too many. Very true. Well, it's too many when they're partially empty. If they were full, then I'd be laughing. But you know what? I think this is a bigger project than I'm willing to take on this evening. So this might be a project for another night. For now, let's sign off for now. If you are a Symmetry Seeker member on Patreon, I'll see you tomorrow afternoon for part 2. If you have any questions, Nicole, post any lines that you've got. If you have questions and want some help with them, post them up in the Patreon chat, and I'll be able to check on them in about an hour. And I will put up my schedule tomorrow too for lives for next week, and I will try and jam it full of as many chunks of time as I can possibly get, so we can hopefully spend lots and lots of time together next week. I love you guys to bits. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and for spending time with me here on YouTube. I'm very excited to see what's coming next. Please take care of yourselves. Take some breaths. Sending you lots and lots of love. Lots of love to you. Lots of love to your families and your fur babies. And I will see you soon. Thank you. I'll pass on the hugs for sure. I promise I will not forget about the sacrifice. I promise. I love you guys. We'll see you soon.